What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. This is Paul, otherwise known here on YouTube as Optibotimus, and it is here, finally, after it seems like forever waiting for this. Today, we get the first trailer for Avengers 4, the latest Avengers movie, which will be coming out May 3rd, 2019. And uh, I'm ready for it. Can you tell? I'm ready for this. This is something that, like I said, we've waited for it seems like forever, and it really hasn't been when you think about it. Um, we've gotten recent trailers for Captain Marvel, which comes out in March, and then a few months after Captain Marvel, we have Avengers. So there's not a lot of time left in this. And we have our first big reveal for Avengers 4. We've been calling it Avengers 4 all this time because the Russo brothers have not told us the title for the movie yet. But we now know that it is Avengers Endgame, which, interestingly enough, is what Doctor Strange said in Avengers Infinity War. He said that we're in the Endgame. And it's interesting how that has tied in. So I'm going to do a reaction to the trailer. I haven't seen it yet. I'll put a link. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to, well, here. I'll put it like here, something, because that's just a big empty space. So I'll put it there. You'll see my reaction to it. I'll also put a link down in the video description where you can check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But, oh, all right. Let's do this, shall we? Here we go. What is that? Oh!
This thing on?
Tony!
Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
That's sad.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50%
Oh, he's shaved!
of all living
Captain
creatures.
America shaved!
We lost. All of us. We lost friends. We lost family. We lost a part of ourselves.
Hey!
This is the fight of our lives.
This is going to work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
Oh, I like that. I like how they did the logo where like the disintegrated.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. I got really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
Okay. I mean, very, very minimal. That's one thing that I would say. It seems to show. First, I kind of got distracted because Ant-Man came back on. I like how the logo was like reformed by the disintegration aspect. I mean, that was kind of like it became a meme for the longest time where like things would like disintegrate and fade away. I liked how the logo like formed like the Avengers and Endgame logo, formed out of that disintegrated dust. Really cool. It looks like Tony is trying to. It starts off with Tony giving a message to Pepper, which is very uh, poignant, I think, because he has everything that he seems to have ever done uh, is for her throughout the entire cinematic universe. He does a lot of stuff to try to protect her, and he seems to be trying to say goodbye to her. That he says that when I fade away, my thoughts are going to be like my dreams are going to be with of you. It looks like the whole group is in despair. They've never dealt with loss before, and that was something that you could really see at the end of Infinity War. They've never dealt with loss like this, and it feels as if they're unsure of what to do next. You even hear Steve Rogers talk about if this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. So really interesting. And then it wraps up towards the end with Hawkeye. So happy that Hawkeye is back. I know it's the weirdest thing, but when you're sitting there looking at Infinity War and Hawkeye's not in it, you're like, what's going on? So I'm so glad that they got him back, and he's a fun character. He really is. He's always kind of made me laugh in the fact that he's doing all this stuff, and he's just got his bow and arrow. He's just going around doing his thing. So glad to see that he's back in it. Ant-Man, you can see coming in the end of it. They're not sure exactly. Well, Steve isn't. Steve Rogers isn't sure. He's like, is this an old message? And Black Widow's like, that's like the front door right now. So we see him back in and back in the movie, which if you saw the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, he was trapped in the quantum realm. And a lot of people have speculated that while he was in there, he was in there, and then Hank Pym and all everybody else vanished from the finger snap. But Scott was inside the quantum realm, and it was even talked about right before to watch out for the time vortexes or whatever it was, because she's like, well, once you're in there, we can't do anything to help you. So there's a lot of speculation that somehow, some way, there's going to be a connection between the quantum realm and what Ant-Man is able to bring to this. And I think that was touched on a little bit at the end of this. It's December 7th, guys. I mean, we're 5 months away from this movie. So really super excited. There was no mention or nod that I could see to Captain Marvel. That they may be saving that for a future full-on trailer release. I'm not too certain, because this one, like I said, was kind of minimalistic. So, I mean, I'm hyped. I really am. I'm super excited about it. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I don't want to speculate too much. I'm just kind of reacting to what I saw in the trailer itself. I don't want to create anything in my mind, because then I feel like when you start speculating, you start building this stuff up in your mind, and then when it doesn't happen based on what you create in your own mind, if that doesn't happen, then you become disappointed in the movie, and I don't want to be disappointed in the movie. This is something that almost now 11 years. I mean, I've loved these movies. There's not one of these movies that I don't like. There's some that I like less, but there's none that I don't like. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think that this is really the end game? I mean, There's been speculation for a long time that someone's going to die in this movie, whether it be Captain America or Iron Man. These guys can't go on forever, and we all know that their contracts aren't continuing. A lot of them aren't. The contracts aren't continuing. So let me know what you guys think. Are you as excited as I am with this movie? Are you afraid to get excited? Like I'm kind of afraid to get excited. Either way, leave your comments down in the video description. We're gonna have a discussion about it. I'm gonna talk to you. I'll reply as much as I can. But tell me what you guys think. Until next time, this has been Optibotimus. Thank you for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. One last thing that I'm adding on here that I just realized, I just watched again, and at the end of the trailer, it says that this movie's come out in April. And I just looked this up. It originally was May 3rd was the release. Now it's been pushed up to April 26th. So keep that in mind. That now we're actually even closer. It's like a week earlier. So I don't know why they did that, but I don't really care. I'm excited. So yeah, that's it. Just oh well.